present to you the Study Queen. That really works for me.
Great.
This is our follow-up video on the London system.
Yes.
Now I am being thrown into the lion's den. I will play the London system against you, and we can discuss it and see how well I understand it and analyze the game a little bit. And maybe I will win this time because you beat me pretty badly last time.
Maybe you will, and I think that you will play this very well, this opening. I have high hopes in you.
Yeah. So the first move is pawn to d4. If you haven't seen this is public service announcement. If you haven't seen the original video, I'll link it in the description where the Study Queen teaches me this particular opening, the London system, and now I'm going to try it out.
Yes, I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna play d5.
And we get the the aggressive sniper bishop that is outside the city wall.
Yes, because you're gonna play e3 pretty soon. So I am going to, I think, play this knight f6 move. Just continue with some normal development.
And I will have the main character knight develop.
And I'm trying to figure out how I should challenge your London system. So I have one idea with putting my pawn to e6 and challenging your bishop with bishop d6. But I also know now that you have a great way to react to that.
Yes.
So I might try for a different setup. So let's say that this is something I feel a lot of beginners will find annoying if you just try to copy, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Okay, so you're copying. So this is something we didn't look at in the first video. So I can either continue normally with e3, which I not necessarily mind doing, but this bishop can be sort of unchallenged, so maybe I'm unhappy with that. However, playing a different London move like pawn to c3 doesn't look like it's achieving anything at all, and knight b d2 also seems like it's not doing that much. So I think, and of course I could try to trap this bishop with something like this, but that seems premature. Okay, so there was a little technical issue, so I was thinking that I wanted to play this, so I'm not sure how much we had to cut out, but this is what I'm playing. Do you like that?
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I will now continue my kind of copycat approach.
Yeah, you're just copying and copying. So one thing that I could consider is to challenge the bishop now, but it doesn't look like
and we didn't even look at this
in
this video, so this is
a new debate, a new thing that we are considering, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with it. I could put the knight to d2, I could play c3, maybe I could even play c4, but that's not in the spirit of the London so much, I think. So what I like to do here is actually to play c3.
Yeah, I think
because
that
I have
makes a lot of sense.
Little bit of a sneaky idea there, maybe.
Yeah, now you got this pyramid structure.
And also I have a little thing about the queen.
Oh. Do you want to give me a check?
No, I'm actually thinking go here.
Oh, you want to go here?
Because this guy's...
yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I will now challenge your London bishop.
Okay.
Like this move, bishop d6.
So against that, I feel that just retreating the bishop like this should be kind of okay.
And let's just gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna play the c5, which is also so common for black to play against the London.
Okay, c5 is... That looks like, with the bishop outside of the pawn chain, it looks like I may have something against b7. So I would ideally I would have liked to complete development, but I feel queen b3 is sort of exploiting that you don't have the natural defense of b7.
Okay. So seems like a very concrete way to play.
Yes, and it's also I'm not completely happy with it because I would like to have the queen out as the last piece, but
yeah, I think it's
if I don't, I'm afraid that if I don't react to this weakness now, it may not be a targetable weakness.
It's not so stupid what you're doing, because if I move my queen to defend it, like if I put my queen here, then you can capture my bishop.
Yep.
And once my queen recapture it, then b7 is hanging again. So I'm gonna defend it by pushing it.
And here I believe that I am compelled to throw this check.
Great. And I really like what you're doing right now, because you're actually thinking on your own, right? Because I said that this is the sniper, the cautious sniper inside the walls. But with my bishop here, it might not make, especially now, it doesn't make sense to put it on d3 because it would be undefended. And I just weakened my light squares, so I think this is a great move. And it's not so easy for me to get out of, because if I block it with the knight,
you lose the bishop.
I lose the bishop, yeah. So I think I have to move the king, actually, just putting it here.
So that looks like one small goal has been achieved. And now the question for me is if I should try to press that advantage immediately, or if I should go on with development. Do I even have... I don't think I necessarily have a easy way to try to press the advantage. So I think a move like knight bd2 could make some sense here.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. It's not so easy for me to develop this knight without losing my bishop. I could try to push my pawns on the queen side, but I do really want to continue some development, so I'm actually gonna take here now.
And I will capture towards the center, opening up the rook, and I will put my captured piece here. I don't know if they can see that. I think that looks kind of cool.
Okay, great. I can see all the sacrifices we've made. Okay, now I can get this one out. Though I kind of want it here. I can't do that now, I'm aware, but maybe if I push your bishop first. I think I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. So my bishop will have to retreat. I only see one square that makes any kind of sense, which is on e2.
Yeah, I agree. So it go back within the walls.
Yeah. It was just a little adventure.
Yeah. You accomplished that my king couldn't castle.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was, of course, to get my knight to this square.
So that I now cannot easily achieve the Pillsbury knight with this.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna...
You're probably going to chop that off.
Yeah.
But let's say I do that anyway. Let's say I go here, I take then this knight. Let's say it goes here. Maybe that's not a big problem for you, so it doesn't look that promising.
It is going to double your pawns.
Mm-hmm.
While that's not the end of the world, I kind of think that you're ruining your pawn structure a little bit too much.
Then
I can check the engine afterwards.
Yeah. Then I could castle to the queen side.
Ooh.
That's pretty committal, and you already have a lot of pressure here, so I'm not necessarily that thrilled about that idea, but I have an idea that I am thrilled about, I think, which is this.
Just looking at that move.
Because I have been the whole time sort of playing with the assumption that this is a bad move, and
it's actually not so bad, but I like the way that you're playing against it.
So I'm trying to exploit that bishop.
Yeah. Now I am thinking about ignoring this and pushing c4, threatening your queen. And then once the queen move, I could go here with my bishop, because it would then be protected. But I fear that my pawn would end up becoming very weak on that square. So I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, push here, takes.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping you would go for the long castle, because then I would have something to attack. It's kind of hard for me to attack your king, even though it's in the middle of the board. It's
a very wise person once told me that sometimes in the London system, the king can stay in the center.
Yes, that was... I should never have taught you that. Okay, we're gonna try to open up the center a little bit. Even though my king is also somewhat in the center still.
So, am I going to try a little Zwischenzug here? Or...
Bless you. Bless you.
Why did you say that?
What did you... It sounded like a sneeze.
I said Zwischenzug.
Yeah.
Like in between move.
Ah.
I'm thinking about if I should capture here before recapturing your pawn. It is mostly because I'm not sure which pawn
What
to...
did you call it?
Zwischenzug. Zwischen.
Zwischenzug.
It's German.
I would call it intermezzo.
Oh yeah, but that's Italian, I think, but it's the same idea.
Yeah. I've never heard it in German.
It's like it's Tarrasch with all these Luft and zugzwang and stuff. It's because of Tarrasch. So yeah, it's called a Zwischenzug. So knight takes bishop. So I'm just thinking about if there's something really forcing you can do here.
Yeah.
And I think just pawn takes here with an attack here is a little bit too annoying. And I I'm inclined, I think, to capture towards the center in this position. Capturing away from the center also an option, but maybe against the king. I think I'll capture like this. So I'm actually pretty happy with the London system so far.
I understand. I think you have a fine position.
I think the best possible advertisement we could have for the London system is if I end up winning this game.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna let you do that easily, at least. Okay, I need to figure out what to do with this guy. I kind of almost regretted putting him here. Maybe I should have put him here, because then at least I could have gotten my rook out. But I'm also a little bit afraid of going here, and there's an open file. Yeah, maybe I could put my knight here to avoid getting the double pawn. I think that seems like a reasonable move. So if you take my bishop, at least I can take back with the knight.
I think I am going to try to cash in.
Yeah, I'm gonna take with the knight. That was my plan. Now they're facing... Should they face the king? That looks a little bit weird, doesn't it?
It does look a little weird. I mean, I do have a great deal of forcing moves here that I kind of like. So let's say I push this.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'm gonna put my knight here. That seems like the most flexible way to play it. Then I will eye both this and this square.
So if I had my bishop here, I could have some fun maybe.
I'm kind of missing my bishops.
Yeah.
They're standing over here. I should put my harvest up here.
Looks a little more equal.
Yeah.
So I feel this square is nicely controlled. This one, not so much. So I'm actually contemplating playing a rather weird move here.
Are you contemplating to play f3?
Yeah.
Okay.
With a very weak diagonal towards the king, but doesn't look immediately exploitable. But maybe it is. I don't know. Queen d3, knight d6 to e5. The thing is also that the knight is not necessarily...
Are you looking at putting your knight here?
No.
What were you looking at? Sorry.
I was actually thinking about this. But this idea is also like pretty good, I think.
Shadoop.
Oh, shadoop. Yeah, that actually looks very good.
There might be a drawback to playing knight f3 though.
You think? Is it like checks or something?
No.
What am I missing? Like, of course I'm not losing a bit of control over this square, but that doesn't look super critical.
No,
Is it something tactical?
Yeah.
There's some tactical thing. You can capture my pawn.
Yeah, that's...
Knight here, pawn takes.
Maybe you can sacrifice it, but maybe it's...
Yeah.
It's... you should at least calculate.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say here with the pawn, knight comes here and push here doesn't look convincing at all. I could also kind of just ignore it. No, I think I know what I will do. I will play... I'll play Rook C1.
I think that was a good choice. I really hoped you were going to play F3.
Do you have some cool tactics?
Not necessarily immediately, but it is just a very weakening move. If you had played this instead, can I just show you? I thought maybe this would be nice.
Yeah.
Because then you can't play Rook C1 yet, and I'm threatening to move this knight and then jump in here with a check.
Yeah, I have some bad experiences from our last game with that exact thing, so trying to control the file first.
And it's a little bit... Maybe I could actually go here at the rook. Let you take back. Then you could take here, but I could maybe give a check. I am kind of sad about this, though.
Yeah, that is the main...
That is really not how I envisioned the opening should go. Should I really think about playing something like...
Wow.
I don't like it.
So castle by hand.
Yep. Okay, we've got to think about something.
G6, king G7.
I could, of course, just go in here and... Yeah. Then you might take... I could take back... Okay, we're gonna go... this knight, I think. Maybe it doesn't make a difference.
I think I'm not too inclined to let you capture first, because as it is right now, I still have the option to castle, which I wouldn't have. So I think I'll play knight takes knight.
Yes. And I will take back with the knight.
And maybe I just castle, because this file is rather nice, and it would allow the queen to become active, but there's not a lot of support for the queen. And I feel I'm pretty strong in this area of the board, I feel. And it's not...
Should we guess what the eval is at this point? Then we can check afterwards.
Absolutely. I'm guessing this is plus 2.5.
Oh, yes, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not... I don't think it's that much. Are you very confident in your position? I'm gonna say less. I'm gonna say plus 0.9.
Okay. So we do not agree at all about this.
At least we're saying plus, but...
I'm not sure why, but I really just want to castle.
think you have the H file?
Yeah.
Okay, be my guest.
Because I don't see any counterplay you really have.
You're just mocking my position.
No, I'm just trying because
I will create counterplay out of thin air
yeah,
if
absolutely.
necessary.
You have done that to me an ungodly amount of times. I could also just play bishop d3 and just say, so actually that looks really good as well. Because if the knight moves, I'm probably winning a pawn. Although it could be like if the knight moves, the bishop will at least be very strong. And if it doesn't move, I can capture it, giving you some annoying double pawns. But my intuition,
like the ones you have here?
Yeah, but those are not that annoying actually.
Okay.
Those are actually pretty great. But you know what? I will castle. So I'm saying this position was plus 2.5, but I am now saying that I don't know the eval here.
Okay.
This may be.
I just need to go for it now, I think. If you don't want the H file, I'm gonna try to get some action in that one.
So that's of course a bit of a problem, but I will just capture that.
Great. I'm not gonna give up a rook for that pawn, but I'm just gonna really try to insist on my plan here.
Oh my. Have I been hanging the exchange all this time? I think I have.
Oh, no, you could have,
I
then you could give it
get
check.
away.
Actually, you could give it check and pick it up.
Yeah. So I haven't.
No.
So
was that an attempt to trick me into playing a bad move?
I'm not sure exactly what that was.
Okay.
So you're very insistent.
Yes.
On that. So let's say then I play pawn takes pawn and then queen h4 with what looks like an unstoppable checkmate threat. Pawn check, king takes, so how about I start with this check?
I'm gonna move the king, but where to? I think here. Yeah.
So now my plan was, and maybe this is, it still does not work. But also the H file is not opening up that easily. So what if I just play g3? If I play g3, I stop the queen coming here. If you play pawn takes, you can come and try to smash that, but it does take a little bit of time, and during that time I may be able to do something. If my bishop were closer, everything would be a little bit more. If my, let's say, bishop here, rook takes, I'll still take. Bishop here, pawn takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Like if I get rid of the knight, I think now bishop here is my move. And
okay.
I'm loving the London system.
Yeah, I'm loving it from black side now. I could go here and defend my knight with the queen, but also then if you play g3, could I sack the knight then? I think I can. Yeah, we're not gonna spend an eternity
That is
in
extremely
this
surprising.
move.
How are you sacking the knight?
If you play g3?
G3, knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, bishop, g2.
Then I take here with a check. I get a lot of pawns.
You get a lot of pawns.
Yeah.
So I have queen takes b6. That's a cold-blooded move.
That's greed is good.
But I mean, it may just be completely fine. And it is sort of the only way that I see to get access to the dark squares. Bishop takes, rook takes, threatening checkmate that I can't get out of. Or how about this move?
What move?
I think I have a great move. I think this one is good. I think this is what I have been looking for.
You are trying to create some attack on this? Do you want to? No.
It's not even that.
It's not even that. Then what on earth is it? Do you want to go here with the queen and exchange queens?
Exactly. Forcing the exchange of queens even.
But do I mind that?
I mean, you're behind on material.
I am?
You are?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'm probably gonna win a pawn. In the end, right? You go here. I take, you take.
And the rook is also pretty good. You can take what?
I can take something. Doesn't matter. I could
something.
Also not accept your.
That's not a great
that
one he
doesn't
made.
matter. If I go here and you still go here, I take with check, you take back. Oh, but man, I thought that I was going to checkmate, and now you're just ruining that for me.
Trying to, at least.
Yes. It's very annoying. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna be gracious about it.
Gracious?
Gracious about it.
Gracious in defeat.
Accept, not defeat. I'm gonna accept if you want to trade queens. It's fine.
Oh. Okay. Do I have anything flashy? Probably not. I could. So my question is, if I just move the bishop, do you have some sort of empty square sacrifice? That does not look very... You have... There was a crack in your poker face. You were hoping for something. Okay, so...
I don't have a good poker face.
Do you know the story about Kasparov's watch?
Yes. He always would take it off and put it next to the chessboard when he thought that he was winning.
Yeah.
But then he found out he wasn't even doing that consciously. Was he?
No.
Or is it just a habit?
Yeah. Somebody said, "Oh, it's such a boss move that you always, when you think, oh, it's not just a matter of technique, you will take off the watch." And he was like, "What? Am I doing that? That's not a very good idea to just give such a big tell."
He didn't have a good poker face.
No, he would be the worst.
But actually, I think most of Magnus Carlsen also has a horrible poker face.
He's a pretty good poker player, though.
Yeah, okay. He saves the poker face for poker.
It's also like, did I tell you the story when he saw a game I played?
No.
I was playing with a friend. I was at the Oslo chess place, the club, not the club, the bar.
Yeah, the good night.
Yeah, exactly. And he was there, and I was playing with a friend of mine, and I were giving her queen odds.
Yes.
So the position looked really weird out of the opening, and he came by.
Yes.
And said like hi or something, and then he glanced at the chessboard, and he just made this grimace like disgust, like what is that? I was just like, no, Magnus, don't judge me. And then I said, we're playing queen odds, and he was like, So it's like he just like in a split second went from going, this is a completely disgusting, nonsensical position, to making this is a reasonable position, given that it's queen odds with
I'm glad that you got the chance to tell him.
So that's my Magnus story. Never got to play him, but
you're gonna get there.
I'm going bishop.
What a boring move. I did have a plan. I'm just not sure if it's a good plan, but
Queen takes pawn.
It's very deep. What pawn? I can say 3 different pawns with my
I'm completely okay with
this
each
one. This one. This one.
Take either. I'm completely happy with.
No, I'm gonna try to nullify your play here on my 7th rank.
So you're saying I play boring and then you are playing.
Yes. I know. Sorry. Gonna play like this.
I think I'm super happy about that.
Okay.
So the only question is if I should double up the rooks. Chess rules everything around me. Cream get the pieces. Double up the rooks, y'all. Or I should just rook takes. Rook takes. I see what you're doing.
I'm not sure myself what I'm doing. Can you tell me what I'm doing?
Rook takes, queen e7, knight check.
Oh, yes.
The queen.
I did not think you were going to play queen e7 after that.
So the big question kind of is if I play rook fc1, if that is so weakening, but it does not necessarily look that weakening. And let's say you play rook takes rook, then you still have this rook that you're trying to turn into a good rook.
Yeah.
But I would then still have the queen here idea protected by the rook. So I think I'm trying rook fc1.
Okay. Now I'm gonna. Or am I? Yes, no. Take there. Okay, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think. we're gonna take you first.
Okay, rook takes.
And then I will play here.
Uh-huh.
You see my point?
I do see your point.
I know your rook is kind of far away in terms of defending f2.
So let's say... So I could, of course, just protect with with the queen e1. But then everything kind of goes out the window. A little bit of what I was trying to do. So I'm considering g3. So
Okay.
if I play g3, there are a couple of thematic things that I will have to think about. The first thing, of course, is maybe queen here, and it's just the same threat. But let's take that at a different time. Let's say knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, check. King here. Queen oh my god,
Yeah.
it's hanging up here.
Yeah, hanging pieces drop off.
They do. So if I can't play that, there's also like, what would Tal do? Tal would just play queen here.
Maybe.
Nah, it doesn't work.
I think it's going to be checkmate.
It's going to be checkmate because you have rook takes h4 at the end. No, it does. Wait a minute. So here
Oh, but
takes.
even if
here,
I just take here with my queen, is then defending here.
it's defending there as well.
So I think I do win a piece because I can then. I don't know if I win a piece, but I wouldn't dare to do it.
That means I kind of have to play queen, defend with the queen. Kind of. Which is super annoying. And I don't have any way to get into. No, so I think this is my move.
As far as I could tell,
it's the only one.
That's the only thing I saw. Yes. Okay. We're gonna take here.
All right. So, am I ever getting rid of that knight?
You can play f3.
Yeah, that would be amazing, right?
Yes.
Takes. Yeah, no. Yeah, if I go here, you go there again. So maybe here could be a way, because that's the only piece that I think is. I could also just say, you know what? I'm not afraid of walling. Just take this.
Yes.
I mean, that gives you a lot of time, though. That gives you a lot of time. And g3 takes, pawn takes, queen can't capture here. Maybe g3 now. Let's say g3, knight takes, pawn takes. Isn't that just...
I think it's reasonable.
Isn't that just kind of cool?
Kind of cool. Because it's defended by a queen.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Yeah, okay.
And if you're playing queen somewhere,
I probably have to.
then king, maybe king up if I need to.
Okay. You play this?
I want to check something first. I want to check queen f6, because that just renews the threat.
Oh, you have it defended for now.
But yeah, it is defended, but then all I'm doing is I'm getting closer to you somehow pushing
That
this.
is true. You are creating a hook.
And g3, queen here, f4. Push the pawn. Now that looks like weaknesses all over. So the other idea would be bishop d3 to I like bishop d3 better, I think.
Okay.
So I'll try that.
So I'm pretty happy about my knight.
Mm-hmm.
Knight and the queen, they're also just such a nice attacking combo.
Mm-hmm.
So I will try to keep my knight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is going here.
Mm-hmm. So I could try to repeat the position, but I don't want to.
Are you still trying to win this game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I think I have an idea for something that I couldn't do before that I can do now, which is to play queen e2. Doesn't that look pretty good?
What is the idea?
Is queen f3. But of course you could just leave the knight there, and then it's harder to meet rook h6, rook g6, but or I could capture this to just. So what's your plan? Let's say you go here with the checkmate threat. It's going to be hard to meet. Maybe that is too hard to meet. So what about g3 now? To get the queen. So let's say g3, queen h3, bishop back, no problem. So where does the queen go? g3, probably here. Then what? The knight here is just so dangerous. Two different very dangerous threats. And I do still have the light squared bishop. And in the interest of actually finishing this game at some point, I'm going to play g3.
Okay, makes sense. I think you're absolutely right. If I go here, it's not getting trapped, but I think here makes more sense.
And so what's your plan now? Let's say you come in with the knight somewhere, you push this. So let's say queen here, push here. Then you have to defend queen back, which doesn't work because of the bishop. So queen forward instead. Cool deflection move, bishop here, in the interest of finishing the game.
Oh, I'm not sure.
You're not sure about that move?
I'm not sure how I should continue. I really thought that I was getting closer to the win, but now I'm not so sure. Okay, we're gonna go for this. I have to defend this, I believe.
That one. But I thought I had a cool deflection move.
Maybe you do.
I thought this was so good.
Maybe.
I think this is so good.
Well, I have to defend. I'm gonna go back.
Are you still trying to win this game?
Now I am.
You are?
I have to.
But I have a cool move, I think. Queen takes, pawn takes.
What? Queen takes. Oh, you wanted to take here?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that it was kind of a possibility. Like queen takes, pawn takes.
That was a heavy sigh.
That was not a happy sigh. Because it's double. I was thinking stuff like queen takes, pawn takes, bishop here. But then pawn takes here is double check, so that probably won't work. There's also just king g, but that's let's say bishop here, knight here. Takes. I don't think you have time for an intermezzo, so take. Do you ever get to the point in chess where chess is a hard game? That happens to me
Yes.
sometimes. It's like chess is a pretty hard game.
It's pretty difficult sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes it's very simple, but usually it has to be difficult before it gets simple.
Queen takes, pawn takes. If it were not for this blasted knight, I would have something like queen here. Do I have bishop there? Queen takes bishop here. Knight takes, queen takes, queen, king takes, bishop takes, knight.
I can't even follow you right now.
Queen takes, pawn takes, bishop here. This is very annoying. This is super annoying. Also, I think that maybe, just maybe, king g2 is like this. Just maybe.
Maybe. Do you want to play it?
No.
No. Okay.
Because these checks, but this check also.
That's not a check.
No, not now. Not if I play it,
Ah.
but before.
Oh, you could. No.
This is like would be really useful to have stockfish here.
Yes.
Queen takes, pawn takes, bishop here. Pawn takes, check, king takes. Bishop here, knight blocks, takes. Queen can't take, so pawn takes. Now I don't have queen takes here anymore. I'll do that. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's too complicated.
It is complicated. I think that's the critical move, but yeah, I am going to put my knight here.
And I think bishop takes.
Yeah, and I have to take with the pawn. Oh, I'm gonna put up.
And now it's a little bit boring, but my position is a little bit better in a way. Positionally, so maybe queen here could kind of work, don't you think? And then you have doubled pawns.
Maybe.
Maybe, just maybe. So I think that's what I'll do.
Okay. Oh, this is a lot of things to calculate.
Chess is a hard game. We are back after another little technical, let's call it that.
We can call it
mechanical.
A small
Yeah.
break. And I was thinking about taking on d3, but that allows you to take with the queen and force a queen, right? And I don't know if that's what you have in mind, but
it's one of the
ideas. No, I think if I want to do anything in this position, I feel like this is the move that is going to be the most annoying. Trying to checkmate you on the light squares.
Well, it is clearly. It's clearly a little annoying.
Thank you.
But I will see if I can be annoying as well. And one way I was considering being annoying was, should I try to stop that pawn first?
How?
Like king h2. Because it's not exactly clear how you're getting into the light squares, and maybe king h2 is very prudent, but I am thinking about throwing the check first. Check here, then king here, and you don't have like this. I go here. This is not check. So I would have time. So check.
Yes. And not a whole lot of options here. I think this is forced.
There was at least what I was thinking as well, and then I'm thinking that this is also pretty forcing, but you can kinda play the check with the pawn. I go here, check, maybe even takes. King moves, check, I just move. And it will give you time to play something. But maybe this move doesn't do as much as I wanted to. I think it actually, well, no. Not sure what kind of productive thing there really is for black to do if I just do this.
Productive things.
Because it feels like you're pretty close to zugzwang even?
I don't know. I don't think I'm close to zugzwang yet.
The eternal optimist.
Yes. No, I'm gonna get my Rook over here. I think that's a good spot for it. Now that I can't take the open file.
So I think that this is winning.
Maybe. You are threatening to take here.
And there.
Are you threatening to take here? You're threatening to throw in that check, yes. But if I move my king, is it really that serious? I go here. You can give a check. Then I can just move again. I could even go down here. Maybe that's better. Then there are no more checks, I think. Yeah. Of course, then I'm... It's very hard to admit to maybe be worse. No, I have to stay in. Do I have to?
We can always say it was just,
I'm
okay,
go here.
you're doing that, okay. Now the check, is that doing something not too much? So there's a tenacious defense you got going on.
Thank you.
And I mean, I could take the pawn.
Yes.
That seems like the worst pawn to take, but it's the only pawn I can take. So king takes, rook here, check, king here. Like, I still have a lot of pressure. And I don't have that many like alternatives. Queen here, rook here anyways. Doesn't do that much. King takes, queen check, king here. I'm covering this. Is that complete insanity to take that pawn? I mean, it's so tempting because it's also an aggressive asset for you.
It is.
But let's say king takes, queen check, king here, rook here. Queen check. Wins. I'm doing it. Do or die.
Okay, that is very do or die. And I'm hoping it's going to be die. For you, of course. Okay,
course.
we're gonna give this check.
I'm gonna give that check. I'm going to go back.
And then here. That is the quiet move I hope you missed.
I didn't miss that. I have forced queen trade.
What?
This.
Oh yes, it's defended.
It's check.
No, I'm just being stupid.
No, don't be hard on yourself. On this channel, we never call poor moves stupid, particularly not when it is our opponent playing them. No, I'm kidding. Like,
Well, Okay. This is a very, very difficult endgame to defend. I'm going to try my best. Because I'm not ready to resign. It's also a pawn, but it's also just that your rook is better placed than mine.
And it would also be the first game I won against you in like 3 years.
No, not in 3 years.
I think so. I got a draw last time. We played 10 blitz games.
Okay, let's go up here. That pawn is also weak. You're trying to talk me into resigning already. Yeah. I'm not ready.
So I'm thinking this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Takes and takes. Do you know your rook games? Because I don't.
I know that I can hope for nothing more than a draw here.
Well, you can also hope for me messing up, which is pretty.
Maybe I can do that.
Pretty likely.
Let's do this.
Trying to break through.
Yep.
To the other. Break on through to the other.
Gonna go for. King activity.
Pawn activity. So, when we were talking about trading down earlier, was this kind of what you were thinking about, where I have a...
Yes,
you
exactly.
notice that I have one more pawn?
Yep. You played it perfectly.
I did get a little help.
I am going to try to prevent this from moving forward.
Of course, that's a pretty good move. It's not necessarily super easy for me to figure out how to do this. I had this idea that's a little bit crazy.
Yeah? What kind of crazy shenanigans are you thinking about?
Yeah, I was thinking actually that I shouldn't have played the king here. I should have played f4.
Then I could have taken ampersand.
Yeah, and then king takes.
Okay.
Because now when you get here, that's not going to work as that well. And I'm actually going to admit my mistake, I think, and go back.
Okay, going back. Huh. Now if I go up here, you can play f3 and this pawn is going to be pinned.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit difficult. I think I have to maybe try something like this.
I'm trying to run you out of moves, but I'm not sure that it's really doable. But now I can play f4, check, takes en passant, king takes. And I believe that may be a little bit easier to control your pawns in that way. I could also exchange this pawn for that pawn, but that seems much more like a draw.
You mean by playing rook here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rook takes, and that looked very drawish, I think. I don't know what your opinion is on that.
I think I agree.
F4, pawn takes is probably just losing, so pawn takes en passant, king takes. Or can I run you out of moves?
Trying to put me in zugzwang.
Yeah, like just rook here. But probably not. Like at least probably king here is just a position that can repeat forever, but maybe not. No, actually, I do this.
Okay. I then play here.
Why does chess have to be such a difficult game? Why, oh why? So I can repeat the position for a draw.
I will accept if you go for that. I'm not that
But Kasparov
ambitious.
wouldn't. Kasparov wouldn't have drawn this.
Magnus Carlsen wouldn't.
Do you want to guess the eval here? Like I am sure this is winning.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Outside passed pawn, rook endgame?
Rook endgames tend to be more drawish.
I'm saying this is made in 27.
Okay,
29.
I am saying plus 1.2.
Let's say here, check. Just moves. It's so hard to make progress. Check, takes. Push takes there. Here. Why is chess so
Why is
difficult?
chess this way?
Why does it have to be this way? Then there's also that idea. But that's pretty easily repeatable, which allows you to get a better rook. Rook here. You just go rook back, and I go rook here. But then that rook is maybe a little better. I think that rook is a little better. We do this. Here.
Yeah, and I disagree. I think the rook is much worse there.
You think the rook is worse?
Yeah, I think your rook is worse.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at a lot of stuff with this, trying to take here and stuff.
I think because now you're no longer attacking these pawns, so I can try something like this. That could be right. Takes. But I am also defending this. Yes.
And I have a pretty crazy move that I really want to make.
What is it?
This. Isn't that cool?
Maybe.
Takes. I'll try that. It just looks cool.
Okay.
Maybe this is completely ridiculous, but it looks cool. Like, no matter what, this has been a great game of chess.
Yes, it really. I agree. Okay, I have to take here.
there. Go there.
I am now playing for the win.
You're playing for the win?
Yes. Just so that you know, I feel like that's a service announcement.
So my idea was to push that pawn. That may not be a good idea. But if king takes, it's no problem. So push, rook takes, push.
Maybe saying that I play for the win is a little, but now I'm no longer afraid of not getting the draw.
You're not afraid to take a step? Everybody. I guess I have to push this. Maybe it's also like after playing the best game I've played in a long time, maybe that's not the exact perfect time to go, this looks cool.
Yeah. But I can respect it. Am I not winning now?
I guess you are.
I'm so sorry about this. I did spend my entire summer studying 100 Endgames. You must know if that's any.
What a pitiful end. Is there some trick I could play? Check, you go there, I guess. I'm not close enough to promote. I don't know what I was thinking.
We could do a draw.
Sort of like a moral draw. Like check.
Yeah,
you just go there.
or here, probably the same.
Same stuff. And I'm just losing. There's just no way to. If I do this, queen, is it? I don't even have any stalemate tricks. Here, queen, check, moves, takes, no. I think I'll just resign the game. Thank you very much.
I think that you morally was the victor.
Okay.
But
what this teaches us is that the London system is an absolutely amazing, great opening.
Yes.
And you just have to not make a huge blunder in the end game, and then you will win.
No cool move.
No cool
moves.
Yeah. There's this quote by Kramnik that says, and not after, like before he went insane, where he said that to be a great chess player, you have to be a hard worker, a master psychologist, and like a bunch of other things, and you have to absolutely hate to lose.
Yes.
And I believe that the reason that I only got to the level I got to is because I don't really mind losing.
I do.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not on Kramnik's level or anything like that, but I don't like losing.
I know.
That's why I didn't want to resign when I had a worse position. I think that was a London success for you.
I think it was a great success.
Now next time, just study some Rook endgames.
Yeah, but you can come. Would you like to come and make some Rook endgames?
We'll do that.
Fantastic. So thank you so much for coming. And I think we learned a great deal today.
Great.
And thanks for watching. I hope you had a great and relaxing time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Tak for spillet!
Tak for spillet. So close.